Hello and welcome back to the RPG Lounge. You know, I've completely forgot that I was addicted to Siralim Ultimate for a long time. And if you like RPGs, this is like an endless RPG kind of thing. And it's really addictive. I will show you. Because, yeah, I completely forgot. I was looking through some of my games here. I'm like, yeah, I've never shown this on the channel. One of my favorites. I should play a lot of this. Oh yeah, 343 hours I have in this game. So this is late game kind of stuff, but it'll be fine. You'll get the idea of the game. It's fairly straightforward, honestly. There is actually a short kind of story mode that you start the game out with. Now here's the deal. I am basically a summoner, I guess, or I guess kind of like a Pokemon monster, like Wrangler, I guess, yeah. So the cool part of this game, if I can bring it up. Oh, wrong one. There we go. You have creatures. You have lots of creatures that you can use. And you can combine creatures, and you can put all sorts of cool stats and stuff on them, and it's just very addictive. So if you end up playing this game, be prepared to sink hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours into it, because it literally is an unlimited game. It just goes on forever because you're upgrading all sorts of stuff. The later game kind of thing that you are supposed to upgrade. Not those guys. Those are my these are mini games over here. These four guys doing that stuff, little dancing that they're doing. This is the reliquary, and this is what you're gonna be farming a resource called piety from the dungeons and from the bosses that you're killing. So you're gonna sit there and you're gonna get piety, and you're gonna bring it here, and you're going to turn it in for enhancing your reliquary. And this is all little all sorts of different little stat bonuses, and you can also get, what are they, relics, I think it is. Enhance, and yes, so increase the power of the reliquary itself, and then you can, these are all the relics that you can pick up. Well, not all of them, there's more, but these are the ones I have, and I've started ranking up. It takes forever to do this part. That's why I say it's pretty much an unlimited game. You will not finish this anytime in your lifetime. There's just no way. This castle also is all customizable. I used all the little customization things that I unlocked over the hours and hours of my gameplay. But let's go into a level. I'm on floor 665. We'll just do a random realm, it'll be fine. I'm not gonna do the realm instability, this thing on the bottom left-hand corner, that just increases the difficulty and drop rate of items and things like that. So it is worthwhile to put that on. I think it's level 6 or so. Probably not when you're first playing though. So I just leave it. Just leave it. It'll be fine. There's nobody that you're trying to impress in this game, so I will show you basically one of the levels. These are randomly generated little dungeons, basically. And it's old school looking graphics. have a team that I've designed with a lot of work involved, and they basically kill you directly, and if you kill any of my characters, they actually reflect damage and such. So it's the variety of builds for your groups here. It probably isn't limitless, but it's pretty darn close. Anything you can really imagine, as long as you can find the enemies. Because the enemies that you defeat, you can take some of their powers and things like that too, which is pretty cool. Like all of my little characters that I have right now have like an innate little skill that they do. Some of them resurrect, some of them explode if they kill an enemy, or if they go down, they'll do like corpse explosion or something like that. It's a well-designed little addictive thing to do. So I figured I might as well show it on the channel. Just because I don't know how crazy popular this is. I've checked it out on YouTube a little bit. I see a little bit of content on it, but not a ton. Which is a shame. It's a really cool game. And I think it's going to get an update in the next couple months again, so it's well worth the purchase too. If you like grinding for levels and such, I mean, yeah, we're already level 9,200 and some change with our characters, so I'm pretty sure the level cap is pretty limitless too. It's probably 999,000 and some change. Alright, this will be a boss. We can still die fairly easily too. Because every once in a while I'll get a group of enemies that come after me that are just at the right combination of skills to get through my my combination of skills. Happens every so often, and then you could, for all intents and purposes, create an entire new party to deal with that situation, and then another group of enemies eventually down the line will, get you through that. I'm hoping this isn't one of those situations. Alright. Let's see. Summon spider legs. We may actually die here. Not sure what they're doing that's keeping them alive. Looks like all their debuffs and things are doing it though. So yeah, we're probably gonna die. Yep, we died. It happens. And once in a while, they just get a combination of stuff that, just allows them to live. Ho-hum. Come on, you can do it, game. I believe in you. Well, that stunk. Don't worry about it, though. You don't lose anything when you die. There's no penalty. You don't lose experience or anything. You do lose something called fortune, which is a non-issue. You build fortune as long as you keep winning battles and such and winning levels. I think it increases drop rates and stuff like that, but in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter if you lose it. You just get it back eventually anyways. So I've run, you can do there's like, I don't know, 30, 40 different jobs that you can be for your main character. So right now I'm a witch doctor, which focuses on debuffs and all sorts of crazy stuff. I have a defiler that does all sorts of horrible things to the enemies too. There's all sorts of really cool different jobs, and then you can actually upgrade the jobs, like all their skills and things like that. There's a whole skill set for every single character that you can use. It is pretty crazy. What is this guy doing? Just die. Thank you. Alright. And there's loot. There's lots of loot in this game. Which who doesn't like loot? I mean, come on. So every 5 dungeons, there's an actual level boss that you have to defeat. And usually, yeah, they're pretty badass bosses sometimes. There's also, way later on in the game, you can actually go against gods, which are these huge, huge bosses. They take up all 6 slots on the screen. Beast mode creatures. So I've taken out a couple of them, but you can farm them for extra cool stuff and loot and things. So yeah, this is a farming and looting extravaganza. You know, kind of like an action RPG, like a Diablo or a Titan Quest, or what is it? Last Epoch, which I also love that game. Last Epoch stole a couple months of my life, which is okay. I could probably go back to it anytime, but I just, yeah, I didn't feel like it. I get to that point in those games where it's just, okay, we're just improving gear, which is fun. I like doing that, but at the same time, it can get a little overwhelming and tedious. And I'm at that point in that game where it's a little bit tedious. So I don't want to, I just don't want to do it for a while, just taking a break. This candle here, you hit this and it will allow you to summon a group of creatures to fight. So if you want to grind for levels or something like that, or loot, you can do that. Oh, what are they doing? Come on. A lot of stuff is going on behind the scenes for these battles. There's a lot of little reactions and various skills that are proccing for my characters and things. I have a lot of spells that proc randomly in battles and such. But yeah, a long time ago, a friend recommended this game to me, and yeah, I ended up picking it up, and I think I lost another couple months of my life just playing it constantly. Anytime I had free time or something like that between work and, you know, doing family stuff or something, I'd just sit down and play this game. I like grinding for levels and such. So this like is a perfect game, especially if I'm having I have some issues with like vertigo and things like that. So if I'm feeling really dizzy or something like that, it's nice to just sit down and concentrate on like a game or something like that, and then I'm not feeling as crappy. So this game really works well for that kind of stuff. Come on. I have to get my defiler out. We'll see. I don't remember why I was running Witch Doctor. Basically, once a level boss comes available, I will just rotate my job classes just to find a job class that's actually going to defeat the boss. But because I don't want to rebuild my entire character party, I just don't. I'm lazy. I don't want to do that. So, although theory crafting in this game is quite fun, it's just very involved. That's something I won't get into at all. Uh, if you like this kind of game, you probably already are, relatively decent at some of the theory crafting, and they kind of ease you into it through the little storyline quests that they have at the beginning. But the game doesn't actually really open up until you've beaten it, the main story area. So it's kind of like a very extended tutorial. Let's see, can we defeat this mini-boss? Yeah, so far. Come on. I love the sprite work in this game too. Whoever did the art for this game, I hope it's not AI generated, because it's just really well done. And there's hundreds of enemies. I mean, some of them are color swaps, or palette swaps, but most of them are original creations. So pretty amazing. So what you do is there's like quote-unquote quests for each of these dungeons, but it's really collect this or kill this many enemies. Very simple. You don't expect the game to be amazing on that front. It isn't. Story is meh. This is really about grinding for levels, getting better loot, getting cooler skills for your little enemy group, and constantly refining it. And that's the gist of the game. That's the main draw of it. If you come to this going, oh, there's gonna be a good story, no, there isn't. And that's okay. This game doesn't need a good story. It has a lot of good, fun gameplay. So just be that as it may. I mean, just be happy that there is a story at all. I mean, I think the main story took me maybe 15 hours, maybe. But the rest of my 300 and some change hours is just going through areas, upgrading my little relics, and you do actually equip your individual little monsters with it's like one like necklace, or you can get a weapon shield, or I think a ring or something like that. So you do wait a second. All right. Darn. So you do get to kind of equip your little characters with stuff, and then you upgrade those little equipped items too. We're going to provoke. There we go. Awesome. Sometimes if you provoke the enemy will attack you, and then you can use whatever skills you have that are retaliatory. You can use those to defeat them. Which in this case, that's what I did. I just went, neener, 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 and the enemy went, I'm gonna kill you! And then it hits me, and then I am able to reflect damage or do a counterattack or something like that. The game does give you a lot of variations of enemy groups that you have to deal with, because all enemies have their own innate skill sets and things like that, and little buffs that they'll have, all sorts of things. So it becomes a little bit of like a puzzle game in some ways. Some more loot. Apparently this is one of the... let's talk to him. This is one of the gods of the area. We're going to donate stuff, and that'll level that up. As you donate more to these gods, their worlds will level up, and you'll get better loot, better drops of stuff. Again, it's one of those grinding things. There's so much to grind out in this game. You probably spend an entire... I would say you probably could do a whole lifetime of this game, but Don't do that. Live life. Have this as a little side hobby. Enjoy it within reason. It's actually one of the first, well, not the first, yeah, it is the first RPG kind of game that I let my daughter play. Because it's pretty straightforward. There's only a couple buttons. And not, I mean, she doesn't understand the whole larger concept of it. She can go through a level, though, and get loot, and open chests, and do all that good fun stuff. And, you know, help her dad out getting, you know, levels and such. But she really enjoyed this one. Right now we're doing a lot of factory games together, so... Okay, this is the boss, so... we will probably take that on in a second. Can you try to kill all the enemies? Just clear out the whole place? Alright, we got another little spot over yonder. Alright, I got it. Boop, boop, boop. There is a map, I just didn't feel like using it. There we go. Loot. Loot. Music's actually really good in this game too. We're gonna probably die to this boss, but we'll see. I don't remember what it was. I don't remember why I was dying to it. But it's probably, I don't know. Oh, it's this one. Alright, we are likely going to die. I mean, I could change my entire group, but eventually I will win because I will out-level it. And it'll come to a point where I can just one-shot stuff. We'll see. We'll see how we do. I used to have a group of party members that you would have to actually choose a lot of the various skills and things that they were, you know, using. I put those all on auto cast with a percentage now. It does add a little RNG to each battle. However, it lets me kind of just hit the A button basically, or the attack button. So, and that's made me, you know, got me through 390 some hours of gameplay. So, I'm not going to change my strategy at this point. Yeah, we're definitely going to die. I could switch over to... Oh, I gotta figure out which one it is. Gotta figure out which one it is. Alright, so all of these little things are actually stuff that you can use. Specializations, that's what I'm looking for. Filer. So yeah, there's tons of, is it Reaver? Perseverance and Iron, yes, that's one. Make sure that we are full leveled. Yeah. So you can pay to level up your characters, so you don't have to sit there and grind new characters. Because what you do is you can collect monsters from, like, all of the monsters that you encounter, you can collect them, kind of Pokemon. And then you can combine them with other monsters to combine their skill sets. And then you just take them to the level guy and he'll level them up immediately to your highest level character. So it's a really nice system. Alright, let's just try this one again. It's actually a nice game to stream and record because it's really, really, really kind to the computer. There's not much to it, like, resource-wise. So, yeah. So if you had a low-end computer or something like that, or even if you want to save your high-end computer from dying, yeah, you could probably play this fairly easily. So this group gets stronger over time. Every battle turn and every group of enemies we actually kill in the level, we get higher buff stats. So we can really get strong if we wanted to. This is where that candle, that summoning candle, can come into play, because I could continue to defeat enemies over and over and over and over and over and over again, and go into a boss battle with just insane levels of attack power. We'll see if we do that, though. I'm honestly in no rush to defeat any of these bosses because I've beaten them before, and I think it rotates through, I think it's 9 or 10 different bosses, and they get increasingly stronger as you go. This one's a particularly annoying one. There's another one that I think it was the one just before this that keeps rotating its vulnerabilities. So it's invulnerable for most of the battle until you like have one of its things that you'll go, oh yay, fire or whatnot, or lightning. Now I can hit you, yay, for like 2 seconds. It's again where this sexual specialization comes in handy, because once it's actually weak, you just one-shot it and it's gone. So as long as you can keep your characters alive. Which these knights that I have, they're actually fused with some fey creatures, like fairy creatures, that auto resurrect 3 times. So it's kind of nice. It takes a little longer for these guys to take down enemies, though, I will say that. It's not like one of my other groups that just absolutely destroys some creatures. They basically, anytime one of my other groups kills an enemy on screen, all 6 of them explode. Or they cause corpse explosion. So it's just an insane, like, cacophony of just explosions all over the place, and just everybody dies. It's really pretty cool. Doesn't work on every situation though, so because you have to defeat an enemy. So this particular boss we're going up against, it wouldn't work. Especially because that stupid boss seems to have some weird resistances going on. Which, if you go to the... Well, maybe they'll show me. Inspect. You can inspect your enemies. It tells you all the stuff that they've got. All the artifacts that they've got on. It tells you their various innate attributes that they have. So you can very easily figure out what has killed you. And then counter it with another character group. So don't think that you have to guess at what's going on. You don't. There's a lot of depth here that you can go ahead and check out if you so desire. I just don't do it because I used to do it all the time, and it just, yeah. Eventually it doesn't matter, really. I mean, it probably does, but it doesn't. Like, I don't need to fret about it every single battle. Especially because I can just sit here and level up, and eventually I'll win. I don't mind that at all. Don't mind out-leveling the challenge. Some people don't like that, you know. I want the game to stay difficult the whole time. What's the point of leveling, though, if that happens? I don't know. Ooh. Boop. I won't get on my soapbox. It's just... yes, I will. I like games where I can out-level stuff if I choose to. It just seems to be, especially like for role-playing games, that's just the whole point for me, is to out-level characters and out-level the bosses and absolutely destroy them. It's just fun. I don't know. Maybe because I was bullied as a kid or something like that. I don't know. The deep-seated need to defeat evil forces with wild abandon. Well, we're getting close to the end of the Chrono Trigger playthrough. We're right at the end of the Dark Souls 2 playthrough, which I just can't get myself to defeat those last 3 bosses. So we'll do it eventually. Just not real motivated to do it at all. Might go to just some other kinds of role-playing games. I've been trying to get a playthrough of Bloodborne going, but I can't get the audio levels balanced properly, so I'm not going to do it until I can actually get the audio and music levels and such balanced half-decently. I did a test recording a couple days ago, and the game was so much louder than everything else, and there's not a lot of equalizing that I can do within the PS4's streaming service, so it doesn't give you much options. And unfortunately, the capture card's just not gonna cut it, unfortunately. So I would need another screen, basically, to show the real game that I'm playing. Then I'd have to have OBS doing its own thing on the computer, because there's a slight bit of lag for the inputs and such via capture card, and it's ever so tiny because I do have a half-decent computer, so it's fairly tiny. It's a lag-wise, but for that game, you have to parry with a gun, and you cannot have even a microsecond of lag. It'd be like trying to play Sekiro with a little bit of lag, and you can't do it with that game either. You have to be spot on, timing-wise, or else you'll just die. So I have to get it right before I try to move on with stuff. So we'll see. We might just do some other games. I've got a ton of role-playing games that I can bring to the channel, so... And a lot of them are really good. So, I don't know. I could do the latest Star Ocean game is pretty good. Tales of Arise is really good. There's so many good games. I mean, Tales of Arise was really, really enjoyable. If you haven't picked it up, don't pick up the DLC. That's a waste of money. Pick up just the main game. And yeah, really worth time. Really cool battle system. Yeah, I had a ton of fun with that game. Tales of Berseria, I like that one. Tales of... Zestiria? That's a good one too. I mean, honestly, most of the Tales series are really good. At least I've had a ton of fun. I mean, Tales of Berseria was just off the charts good. I loved the main character. She was really awesome, really deep. Went through a really cool story arc. Yeah. Really, really pretty damn awesome. So highly recommend that game if you haven't played it. There's another one. I don't know if it is Tales of Zestiria. It might be. The one that was on the Xbox 360. They've got a PC port of it now. That's actually a really good one too. Might go do that one. They're pretty long games though, but well worth your time. The Secret of Mana 2 remake, I think it is. That's actually really good too. I played that through with my daughter, and we just had a really fun time. Decent story. The graphics are cute enough that it's, it's fairly child appropriate for the most part. So yeah, very enjoyable. I would play one of the Dragon Quest games, but honestly, they give you so many problems with the music that I'm pretty sure I would get a copyright strike every time I'd upload one of those. And I don't want to play it without the music, because it's dumb. I do have a mod on that game that actually changes the battle music, because the battle music for the vanilla game kind of sucks. But, at least in my humble opinion. But yeah, I'll probably I might step away from the Souls games a little bit. I don't know, we'll see. I've been getting some good views on the Souls games. So, I don't know. I don't know how much I want to leave them alone if people are enjoying them. If I can't get Bloodborne to work properly, I can do Dark Souls 3, which is... It's not a bad game. At least I don't think it is. The color palette's a little muted and weird in it. But overall, the main game is pretty good. It's linear. Fairly linear for the most part. It's still pretty fun though. What we should do, I'm trying to find our... There is a map, I should use it. No, that's not it. There it is. Yeah, there's Dark Souls 3, there's a lot of linear stuff. I was thinking also for our Dark Souls 2 playthrough, I could use a soul vessel and respec the character and do a mage, but I don't know if I could get the magics that I would need now that we're at the end of the game. Probably not. Alright, we're going to try this one again, and we'll probably die again, honestly. But I think this gives you a little bit of an idea of this game. I mean, if you like the old school kind of role-playing games, this has the beautiful sprite work of those games and things like that, but it's also just... It's just really fun and addictive. You know, if you like looting things and all that good fun stuff. We're gonna target one of their side enemies maybe here. They just seem to be really, really tanky. Not exactly sure why. He doesn't even have any buffs on him or anything like that. Very strange. This is probably going to be the way I'll have to deal with this boss, is with this character group. Once we get high enough level, it won't matter anymore what they do. They won't be able to one-shot me anymore. I may get some sort of a lucky hit here, though. I think I do have a death spell on one of my characters that will every so often instant kill everything. Or at least one of the, like the boss or something like that, so we'll see. I mean, we're hitting them a little bit. It's just not enough strength to destroy it yet. I do like the battle music in this game, both for the standard battles and for the boss music. I've never actually gotten bored of it. Lots of people have gotten bored of it, because I'll stream this once in a while. They're like, can you turn the music off? Which you can, it's an option. You can turn it off. But I still really like it, so... Alright, so far so good. We're just... The only thing we're actually hitting them with is my retaliatory stuff, it looks like. 1 second. We're going to do spiderlings for a second. I think most of my characters have spiderlings that they can just chuck out. Oh, I want you to see at the top of this. Okay, all creatures out of the battlefield will take 640% more damage than normal because they are getting tired. Alright, so I actually can increase their tiredness just by surviving the battle long enough. So that number is going to continue to go up as we continue playing here. There we go. Sometimes our spiderling characters can also defeat an enemy, so we're just chucking them out as much as possible until we can't do it anymore. One more down. I'm going to switch over to normal attacks at the moment. Alright. Slowly but surely. Come on. I think after a certain period of time I actually get unlimited spells too, which is kind of cool. 5,000% extra damage. All right. Come on. Looks like, yeah, we've got the unlimited spell thing going, I'm pretty sure. Which is nice. I'll take it. I just need them to die, though. I just need them to die. They've got some sort of... Oh, there. One more down. It's probably the death spell thing that I've got proccing every once in a great while. If I have to rely on that, that's fine. We're gonna target one of his minions again. Come on. We're getting there, slowly but surely. Alright, let's keep hitting the A button. Okay, that didn't kill him. Come on. Yeah, these battles can go on pretty long if you... I'm just doing a war of attrition. That's what this character group is designed for. It's supposed to make me super powerful, but also it can take a while for the enemies to die. Especially in this situation, we've got, I don't know what they're doing. I could inspect and see what they're doing, but I don't feel like it, honestly. I mean, we've killed half of them, we just have to get the rest here. We got the boss. There we go. Boom! Got it! If you saw, we were at 43,000% increased damage for the enemies. So all we had to do was get a lucky hit in, and yeah. We did it! Woohoo! Alright. Nice. So there we go. Got the goodies. Yay! Alright. So now we'll get completed a realm quest. We get 200 favor. Your fortune increased by 20% and you earn some treasures. So your favor, rank 25. Oh, cool. Alright. Blessing unlocked. Effigies grant a minion. Oh, cool. Alright. So this is piety. Unfortunately, at the lower difficulty levels, you don't get as much piety. Which kind of sucks, but whatever. It's fine. It's not like I'll ever beat the entire game, anyways. Let's teleport back to the castle. Well, we got that guy at least. I'm happy. It takes a while to get anywhere in this game because as the hours go and continue, I think it fills up the memory or something like that. So it can take quite a while sometimes for it to load in a level. When you first start, it's pretty quick, but all right. I'm gonna call it there. Pick up this game. It's really good. It's really fun. Very addictive. I'm glad I actually was able to kill that boss. And it took us a little while, but yeah. Yeah, this is on Steam all the time. There's a Siralim 1. And yeah, skip the other ones. Get the Siralim Ultimate, which is what this game is. And this has all the bells and whistles and all the things that you could ever want to be able to do. So yeah, I may do a little bit more of this game. We'll see. I've got a lot of different games I want to put on the channel just to show you. Yeah, this is definitely one I almost forgot about, and I just happened to see it on the top of my computer screen with its little shortcut just staring at me and going, "Hey, what about me?" So yeah, figured I'd make a video. I have a friend that makes video games too, and I'm probably going to do some of his games as well, just so there's at least a let's play of them on the internet. So, but take care of yourselves. If you like this game, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. If you hated the game, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Either is fine. But take care of yourselves. Have a great day, afternoon, morning, whatever it happens to be for you. This has been the RPG Lounge, and I will see you later. Bye now.